817, engine 46, 817, engine 80, 74, 1051. Gatos 1 for residential fire, 123 Camden Drive. Into 13.
We'll secure our own water supply.
Copy. Secure your own water supply.
I'm finished my 360, ready to take command at this point. I understand you have engine 80 doing the fire attack and primary search. Engine 13 is a standby team.
In 2005, our fire department developed and implemented a program to improve radio communications on the fire ground. In the last 8 years since we've been using radio earpieces and hearing protection along with our portable radios, we've seen a vast improvement in the safety of our operations as well as the effectiveness of our radio communications. This video is intended to serve as an orientation for members that we've recently added to our department, as well as a review for people who've been using this equipment for a long time. Our goal is that all of our members become committed to using this critical piece of safety equipment at all of the emergency scenes where radio communications are critical. In 2005, we faced some big challenges with our radio communications. Feedback was a big issue that hindered radio traffic on the fire ground. Feedback would force members to have to turn their radios down or either off completely in order to allow one member of the company to communicate with the incident commander. Other times, members would have to move away from each other in an IDLH environment in order to avoid feedback, but this caused some risk and hindered accountability. Also, missed radio communications slow the tempo and the pace on the fire ground and the incident commander's ability to make assignments quickly and effectively. Missed radio calls were caused mostly by high ambient noise levels and low volumes to avoid feedback among members of the company. Additionally, the high noise would keep people from hearing low battery warnings or carrier signal alerts that also hampered their radio communications. The solution that we developed to deal with these issues is multifaceted. The first solution involves a radio earpiece. By connecting a radio earpiece to the radio, we cut off the external speakers, which eliminate the feedback on the fire ground. This allows members to work close together and to keep their radio volume levels set where all members can hear communications the first time. If the company officer misses a radio call, he's got two other members of his company who can hear it and alert him to the fact that the incident commander is trying to contact him. To overcome the high ambient noise, we instituted a custom molded hearing protection that connects to the radio earpiece. The hearing protection has a filter inside that limits ambient noise to 85 decibels, but allows enough outside sound to get through to allow members to hear each other freely. The third component of the system involved the mask-mounted microphone that the SCBA system comes with. This allows people to transmit clearly when they're in SCBA in the IDLH atmosphere. Let's talk about some best practices for setting up and using the earpiece with your bunker gear. The earpiece plugs in to your portable radio using the plug adapter on the lapel mic. The earpiece plug is threaded and it has to be screwed into the adapter every time. The best way to do this is to turn the plug in the opposite direction a couple of turns before you put it in. This takes stress off the wire as you tighten the plug, and it can help the wire to last longer before the inside connection breaks down. The radio is then placed back in your pocket, and any extra wire can be managed with a couple of loops and a piece of tape, and just slides in behind your radio. When your pocket's securely fastened, there should be just a small piece of wire that's exposed leading up to your collar. We feed the wire behind the collar and into the inside of the jacket where it's secured with a clip to the loose fabric in the approximate area of your ear. This is going to leave a remaining coiled piece that leads to a small speaker and a clear tube that rests behind your ear and is totally covered by your flash hood. Okay, let's walk through putting on the gear. I'm going to put my coat on like normal. And as I do that, I let the earpiece hang down on the inside of my coat. where it's readily accessible, I'm going to hold the piece and insert it into my ear, looping the clear tube over the back of my ear where it stays secure. If I'm entering a real high noise environment, I want to insert the other side of my hearing protection, which I keep readily available in my other pocket. These simply screw into your ear with a quarter turn. Because they're custom molded, they fit very securely, and they won't come out even during work periods. Next, we'll add our flash hood. We put the hood on before we fasten our coat, so that we can tuck the excess in and secure our flaps. I can now put my hood in the standby position and add my helmet, turn my radio on, and ensure that it's set to the proper talk group for the incident. Now, with the addition of an SCBA and my face piece, I'm ready to go into a fire with my earpiece intact, underneath my flash hood, and effectively communicate throughout the incident. Every time we hear about things going horribly wrong on the fire ground, a common thread is usually radio communications. We know that when every member has a radio and the ability to effectively communicate, our safety goes up and the tempo and the effectiveness of our fireground operations increase as well. Using this radio earpiece with custom molded hearing protection will ensure that every member can effectively communicate and hear radio calls the first time when needed. And additionally, we can reduce noise-induced hearing loss due to the high ambient noise of our operations. It's our expectation that all of our members are going to wear this equipment at structure fires, motor vehicle accidents, and other calls where there's high ambient noise and communications are critical to firefighter safety. Thanks for watching.